The new channel. The new channel. Hashtag TNC Now.
The views, opinions, and insights expressed in the following shows are those of the host, producers, guests, and viewers. They do not necessarily reflect the position of the channel. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello and welcome to the new channel. Our passion transforms a community that sees all things new. I am Lei Ermitanio, streaming live from the Piñas City. Good evening. Welcome to Season 1, Episode 6 of Momspirations on TNC. Hola, mommies! Welcome back to another exciting episode of Momspirations. For our first-time viewers, I am Lei Ermitanio, the founder of Momspirations Club PH. You can find that on Facebook. I'm also the owner of Balam Essentials, a personal care brand. So again, thank you sa mga mommies natin na nanonood ngayon. So let me check. Hello, Mommy Kaye. Ayan, Team Live. Ayan. So if you're watching this live, kindly comment hashtag Team Live, and if you're watching this on replay, comment down hashtag Team Replay, and kindly also comment down where you're watching from. Are you from Metro Manila or from provinces in Luzon? Oh, by the way, I hope those who are in living in northern Luzon, you're all safe because there was earthquake earlier this morning, so I hope you're all safe. Ayan, and if you're from Mindanao, comment down where you're from. So yeah, I would love to know where you're watching from, and maybe if you're from outside of the Philippines, please comment down which country you're watching from. Ayan, so I'm seeing here Mommy Melvin, Chris. Good afternoon to you, and most importantly, share this live and tag your friends, because the most active participant of this live with sharer badge, remember, with sharer badge, gets to win 500 pesos. Ayan, so let me see again. Ayan, so Mommy Melvin from Mindanao. Ayan, CL, hello, good afternoon to all of you. Ayan, kindly tag your friends and your mommy friends as well. So ayan, let's dive in. Today's guest, she started her career as a human resource professional specializing in the areas of learning and organizational development. She also worked for local and international telecommunication companies. She then eventually started her passion project turned business, which is Mamacademy PH, a learning events organization providing workshops, seminars, talks among the women, moms, and parents. And presently, she is on a mission to encourage more moms and women to make learning a lifestyle and pursue their God-given talents through learning and launching their own passion projects. So, with no further ado, let's all welcome the founder of Mamacademy, Mommy Kaye Ang! Good afternoon, Mommy Kaye!
Hello! Magandang hapon and good afternoon to everyone watching today. I hope you're all well and safe now despite what happened this morning in the northern Luzon part. Thank you for having me, Mommy Lei, and to everyone in the TNC, thank you so much for guesting me today.
Thank you also for saying yes to our invitation. So yeah, let's start with our conversation this afternoon. I mentioned
Great.
earlier about Mamacademy. This is your business now. Can you tell us briefly, or can you tell our audience what's Mamacademy all about?
Mamacademy PH actually started as a passion project in 2017. There's a personal story behind this because when I gave birth in 2016, um, I was looking for workshops, seminars, because nga, my background is in learning and development in human resources. So that's my inclination. So I would normally look for these kinds of learning events. But there was this learning event where I um, genuinely asked if I can bring my baby with me, my then 7-month-old baby with me. And very understandably, they had to decline and refuse, no, because they said babies could be a source of distraction, yung mga ganun. So, although it's very valid, no, I would definitely understand that. Parang in my mind, there must be a space for moms. There must be a safe space for moms where we can learn together, gather together, and meet other moms, no? So, I said, with the background that I had in learning and development, events, organization, and human resources, I think it's parang I think it's about time that I bring that in the context of motherhood. So I said, okay, let's start something like um a learning community for moms. And that's where Mamacademy PH started in 2017 pala, sorry. Yeah.
I
So
love it. It's
5 years
really.
later, yeah. So
Yeah, go ahead.
sorry, 5 years later, we're still doing what we're doing, empowering, enabling, and encouraging the moms to continue learning alongside motherhood because when you become a mother, it's very natural for us to push aside the learning part, diba? Busy tayo, marami tayong naalagaan, marami tayong naasikaso, and we just, tend to shrug it off and say, saka na lang, saka na lang. When in reality, there are times when we would feel tired, alone, diba? And frustrated. So this is an avenue where we can come together, meet other moms, learn and pursue what we're truly passionate about.
I love
And
it.
be moms.
Yes. It's really real that moms find our businesses through our personal problems, like our personal challenges. Like for
Yeah.
example, like you were challenged because hindi ka makahanap ng place to learn, and you can bring your kid. So,
Yeah.
yun talaga yung nagiging business talaga, mostly ng mga moms. So, yung struggles natin, yun yung iniisipan natin ng solution, and then we turn it into business. And that's a great path then to follow for moms na nag-aspire to have their own business. So,
That's
you mentioned you started this in 2017. How was the transition? Nag-resign ka ba kaagad from work? Syempre, you were in corporate. So, parang from nung naisipan mo ba tong Mamacademy, nag-resign ka na ba agad to push through and make it as a
Actually,
business?
when I had Mamacademy PH, I was out of corporate already. Hindi na ako nag-work noon.
Oh,
My husband
okay.
and I decided that, it's time that I focus on we focus on raising a family. And ako yung naatasan, of course, syempre, magstay
Moms.
at home, diba? So, of course, there were a lot of challenges and transitions, no? Especially, iba yung buhay ng may trabaho sa buhay ng may negosyo. You would understand that, Mommy Kaye.
Yes.
When you have a job or your corporate career, you would have a regular salary coming in every 15th and 30th. But with a side hustle or a business, diba, you're really not so sure kung meron o wala. No? So you have to be on your toes all the time. In terms of transition, I would say mas extra challenging lang because pag nanay ka, you have to juggle a lot of things, no? Challenging magnegosyo, pero mas challenging din kung nanay ka at may mga maliliit kang anak. No, that was a key for me. So I had to juggle everything. And so when we think of a business, parang we would always say, oh, dapat all out, full blown, di ba? Pero pag nanay ka kasi, hindi ka maka-all out. Hindi ka maka-full blown, especially if wala kang helper, wala kang yaya. No? So I had to embrace that season in my life. Na sige, pa konti-konti, may times na meron, may times na wala, and just let it pass for now. Pag okay na yung mga bata or pag malalaki na sila, then you have more flexibility to do what you want to do.
I agree. Kaya hats off talaga sa ating mga mommies who are doing business kasi it's really hard na nag-maintain ka or nag-manage ka ng household, ng kids, and you're also at the same time managing your own business. So talagang yung responsibilities ng sobrang bigat. Kaya sa mga mommies, mga mompreneurs natin, hats off to all of you. And ayan, yes. So okay, you mentioned earlier balancing, motherhood and business. How were you doing it when you were starting, and how are you and where you are right now in that area?
Alam mo, Mommy Lei, when I would look back, I think I'm still, whatever I did in the past to juggle motherhood and business, I think I'm still able to carry that on until this time. Andun yung gigising ka ng alas 5 ng umaga, magtatrabaho ka habang tulog lahat ng tao. Sisingin ka ng 2 oras, diba? Tapos pag gising na sila, doon ka na mag-start magtrabaho or habang tulog sila, saka ka magluluto ng breakfast. Tapos sa gabi naman, ikaw yung unang nagising, ikaw din yung huling matutulog. No? So, yun yung mga practices, or you just have to really say, you have to know which ones to say yes to and which ones to say no to. Kasi kailangan i-conserve mo yung energy mo and your time eh. So, you have to be very strategic in the things that you engage yourself with. So, buhay mompreneur.
Correct. And I love that that you said you have to be strategic kung saan mo ilalagay yung effort mo or yung time mo. It not really balancing, but it's more on prioritizing, kasi kung balancing parang mahirap talaga siya. So you prioritize, like for this hours, ito yung ipaprioritize kong gawin. For the next hours, ito yung gagawin ko. I remember our guest, Mommy Bernadette, last week, she also mentioned na nagigising din siya ng mga 5 a.m. in the morning para makapag-start nung pwede niyang gawin for herself or for the business. And then, pagising na yung family, saka siya naman mag-focus sa kanyang daughter. And ganun talaga yung mga mommies na talagang we stretch the day. Kung pwede lang humingi pa na another hour, more than beyond 24 hours, diba? So, ayun nga. What was the biggest challenge na kinaharap ng Mamacademy? And how were you able to get through it?
I think there are a lot of challenges that we went through for the past years, but I think one of the biggest challenges talaga was the pandemic happening in 2020, because as you know, we are an events-based organization, right? And when you talk about events, it's usually on ground, diba? Face-to-face, in person. So, medyo nagulantang din yung mundo namin, kagaya ng ibang tao. No? So, we thought, okay, maybe this is the end of the road for Mamacademy PH. Kasi how else do we do things, diba? I mean, we're practically doing everything on ground. No? So, with that happening, we had to step back a little bit and do some strategy, strategy building. But then on the side, at the back of my head, parang ito na yun. Okay, so sige Lord, if this is it, sige na nga, okay, I'll gladly let go. And, 4 years, sabi ko, or 3 years, it's been a good ride, no? So okay na rin naman, we were able to support moms, no? But, by God's grace, when we said, okay, pandemic, what do we want to do? Sige, so let's come out with some form of content, online muna, Zoom or Facebook, like a lot of people are doing, and let's make it regular and relevant to the moms, no? And when we did that, what we didn't realize was that by God's grace, a lot of people discovered about Mamacademy PH, they spread the word out there, and then, some opportunities came to us, and sabi namin, wow, Lord, so hindi pa pala kami mag-stop. So, okay, continue. The show would go on, and up to present, no? Hindi pa rin naman kami bumabalik on ground, but by God's grace, sabi namin, okay, we'll take it according to the lead of the Lord, no? So, kung paano niya i-lead yung Mamacademy, we'll take it from there.
Iba talaga pag sinurrender mo yung sinurrender mo everything to God, tapos you just let Him lead the way. Parang ang sarap din sa feeling, no? And I'm so happy for you na yun yung nangyari sa Mamacademy PH. Kasi parang ang sad naman kung magsasara yung Mamacademy. Parang no other venues for moms to learn. Kasi talagang, I know you've helped a lot of moms then learn and they could bring their kids with them, ganyan. So parang sobrang helpful ng business mo to many moms. And really happy for you. And ayun nga, so from there, what do you think were like the key things that help you thrive beyond the height of after the height of the pandemic?
Mm-hmm. I think at the height of the pandemic, hindi na namin inisip kung magkano yung mag-gain namin eh. Parang we were just out there and praying and asking, Lord, how can we add value? So, walang pera yung mga tao. They're struggling. They're lonely. A lot of them are sick. How can we add value? Parang we're coming in from that perspective na paano namin sila mapapasaya or ma-entertain man lang, di ba? Or ma-encourage na, okay lang yan, pandemic, sige, pero mag-learn pa rin tayo, di ba? So, we were at that perspective. And I think at some point in at some point in your life as an entrepreneur, you will realize that it's not always all about money talaga. I mean, money is a motivation for all of us because we need to feed our family, diba? We have to put food on the table. But at the same time, there would also moments in your life na ma-realize mo, you would think about, teka, genuinely, paano nga ba ako makakatulong? Or paano nga ba ako makaka-encourage, makaka-inspire, or makaka-empower ng mga tao, diba? So, I think that's one of the things that I realized as an entrepreneur. Yes, you're out there to earn and gain, but at some point, you also have to ask yourself, teka lang, how can you add value? Diba?
Yes. Very true. Coming from a place of help, talagang God will reward you in so many folds, diba? So, and I believe that na kung yung what you're doing is really coming from your heart and you really want to help improve lives of the people, talagang iba rin yung magpo-patronize na mga tao sa'yo. And they don't just see you like, you're just about money. And it's what we really want people to, know about us. Na it's not just about money, it's also about helping people improve their lives. Hindi lang siya money. So and ayun nga.
Yeah, sorry to add lang. Parang, diba, as moms, we want to leave a good and godly legacy to our children. And so, like a business, yung business, para mo rin siyang anak eh. And your customers are somehow, like, they become family eh, di ba? They become really close people, no? People who are close to your heart. And so you kind of think of ways kung paano mo sila, paano mo mapapaigi yung buhay nila, di ba? So,
that's right. And I think also din nung panahon ng pandemic, kaya siguro din people knew about Mamacademy rin because people are so eager to learn during the pandemic. Parang wala silang ibang pwede pang magawa, but of course to enrich themselves, 'di ba? So lahat ini-enrich nila, dine-develop na like the houses, yung mga bahay like home bodies, 'di ba? Kaya siya sumikat. And of course, marami ring nag-invest sa sarili nila, honed themselves.
Yes.
So, talagang helpful yung platform na Mamacademy PH. Ayan. And how is it now? How's Mommy Kaye's life? How's your day? Can you share with us how your day looks like?
Mm-hmm. You know what? The pandemic brought a lot of course, tears, diba? And discouragement. But it also brought some joy, significantly a huge amount of joy in our life because we had a pandemic baby. So, that
yes.
diba? Mas naging busy yung buhay ko, mas naging packed, mas naging, kapanapanabik, diba? Exciting. Now I am trying to maneuver my way through being a mom of a 6-year-old and a 10-month-old baby, which is not easy at all. Some days are easy, but some days are crazy. Depende. Hindi ko talaga masabi, no? But as a mompreneur, I'm in the season in my life, no, na um, nandun ako sa point na, sige, I have to let go of some opportunities and I have to let go of some things, say no to a lot of things because I have to devote more time in nurturing and raising my family. So, it's a season. Sabi mo nga, 'di ba, nung nag-usap tayo backstage, 'di ba, na it's a season for us. Hindi lahat ng panahon sa buhay ng isang nanay ay exciting or laging action-packed. May mga pagkakataon sa buhay natin na we have to step back and lay low. And I'm in that season, no? Kung may dumating na trabaho, I will take a look at it and say, kaya ko ba to? Is it within my strength and my my ability to do this? And if it is, no, so we accept. But if hindi, no, we gladly say, pasensya ka na. No, I'd have to say no for now. Pero babalikan kita pag ready.
Yes. So we should also know our limits din para hindi tayo maubos kasi how can we pour if we're empty, diba? So talagang dapat we manage our energy, our time then for us. We actually have a question here in the comment section. It's from Mommy Fressy. Sabi niya, was there a time that you almost give up because of the pandemic?
Oh, Fressy, a lot of times. And even I mean, I think a lot of entrepreneurs would agree na every day is a battle between itutuloy ko ba o hindi ko itutuloy. Hanggang saan ako? Di ba, Mami Lei? I mean,
yes.
tayo dumadaan sa ganun. But within pandemic or out of the pandemic context, there's this constant battle in my mind kung itutuloy ko ba o hindi. Yes, it's a constant question in my head. Because hindi naman talaga madali maging entrepreneur, di ba? Especially when you're a mom, juggling a lot of things. But what keeps me going? Like what I said, the business, Mamacademy as a passion project turned business is something that was born out of God's grace. So I would always, every day when I wake up, I would say, Lord, it is up to you what opportunities you have for us. I will do my best. I will give it all my 100%. But at the end of the day, it's up to you. No? So, and I would normally say, if it's time for me to give it up, give me a humble heart. Kasi napamahal na sa akin eh, di ba? I mean, ang sakit naman.
Yes.
Di ba? So, I would just leave it up to the Lord because I realize when I take the wheel or when I try to control everything, I get frustrated at the end of the day.
That's right.
Parang, bakit
natitiri-eyed ako?
Parang, bakit hindi nag-work? Ginawa ko yung best ko. Bakit hindi proposal ko yung napili or bakit hindi yung pitch ko yung napili, ganyan. Anong mali sa akin? We always attribute it na may mali sa atin eh. Diba? Atin. But we realize at the end of the day that missed opportunities are not losses at all. Sometimes, you know, it's an opportunity for you to improve or maybe the Lord is sparing you from further
hurt, right? Or further loss, diba? So it's like a redirection.
That's true. So, yun, it's at the end of the day, you go back to your why and you ask yourself, teka nga, why do I do this and who do I do this for?
Right. I love that. Kasi yun din yung lagi ko sinasabi. Always cling onto your biggest why. Kasi yung ang hirap nga na magnegosyo eh. So maraming challenges yan. But if you know your why, who you're doing it for, talagang panghawakan mo siya. You pull yourself up para bumangon ulit, diba? You fight again. So I love it. Laban lang. Ayan. And I have a question in mind kanina. Naalala ko lang ulit bigla ngayon. How do you have self-care day? Like, how is it? Kasi I know you're homeschooling, you don't have help. Paano ka nagsi-self-care day? Nag-me time.
Alam mo, Mommy Lei, contrary to the popular concept of self-care, hindi ako ma-salon, hindi ako mga ganyan, hindi ako ma-shopping. What I do is just I have to set boundaries, no, and I tell my eldest child about this, that when it's this time, nanay has to rest, because if I don't rest, I can be grumpy. magiging non
Totoo.
ako. And so, at the end of the day, I resort to reading a book, listening to a podcast, or talking to a friend. Yun lang naman yung mga joys ng buhay ko. No?
Yes.
So, that for me is a self-care. And I really have to carve out time. So, when we say self-care, it's not as if kung kailan na lang dumating, di ba?
Mhm.
That means you have to care for yourself. And caring for yourself should be also a priority, diba? So,
Priority.
for example, one of my self-care routine every day is that I wake up at 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock in the morning, and then I do a 15-minute workout, no? Hindi naman siya high intensity, no? But why do I do it? Because I have a thyroid concern, and a huge part of my recovery um, goes hand in hand with exercising, no? So, that for me is a form of self-care. Pero kailangan kong isingit yon intentionally. So gigising ako maaga, and the night before that, I have to make sure that I have to sleep early. Kasi kung hindi, puyat ang mommy nyo. Diba?
Ay,
Hindi makakabangon. So yun, you really have to be intentional about it. Eh.
oh, okay, mga mommies na viewers natin, you really have to be intentional sa mga me time nyo. It's not really about yung grand me time like salon, ganyan, or eat out. So just like an hour to yourself, like reading book. Ako din, I love listening to podcasts, like especially Boss
Diba?
Babe podcast. I love that. So I make time for it because it's for me. It's for ourselves, para hindi rin tayo like sabi mo nga grumpy, kasi 'di ba parang pag sobrang ano na tayo, parang burnt out na tayo, parang ang grumpy na natin. Tapos ang sad doon, sa mga bata pa natin minsan nabubuhos, 'di ba? And it's really sad pag ganun. So make time, be intentional, sabi nga ni Mommy Kaye. Ayan, so ang bilis ng oras. We're almost we're running out of time actually, but I would love to hear from you like a tip or a message for our mompreneurs or aspiring mompreneurs who are watching.
Um, One thing that I would normally tell those who are aspiring to put up their own business is to really find what you're truly passionate about. Kasi Mommy Lay, if you find that, I mean, before Mamacademy PH, I've tried a lot of things. I've tried online selling, I've tried teaching, I've tried tutoring kids, ano, iba-ibang klase, nag-ahente pa ako, diba? But once you find that something that you're truly and genuinely passionate about, kahit pagod ka, babangon ka. Kahit discouraged ka, magbibihis ka, haharap ka sa mga tao. Kasi yun yung passionate mo. Diba? And when you're truly passionate about something, you're not just in for the money. You're in to add value. You're in so that people would know what you're all about and what value you can add in their life. So, pray for that something that you're truly and genuinely passionate about. Na hindi mo na ma-feel na it's a dragging day, it's burning you out, it's stressing you out. Kasi gusto mo, it flows naturally out from you. And makikita yun ng mga tao. Hindi mo na sila kailangan i-sales talk. Kasi when you talk to them about your business, lalabas yun sa face mo. Masaya ka, you're cheery, you're glowing, di ba? Because you love what you're doing and you're totally passionate about it.
Oh, we're so blessed with all of your words, Mommy Kaye, and thank you so much for sharing this hour with us. Marami talaga kaming natutunan from you. And thank you. Where can our mommies find you? And what are the programs that they can watch out from Mamacademy?
So you can find us on Facebook. We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram. You can just key in Mamacademy PH. We also have a podcast. Dahil nasabi mong mahilig ka sa podcast, na we're on Spotify.
Oh, wow.
We're also on Apple Podcasts. So you can type in the Mamacademy PH podcast show. So ayan, we have a lot of things coming up in the weeks to come. No? So we hope that you can follow us, or usap tayo, chika tayo over there.
I love it. Thank you so much, Mommy Kaye, for gracing us your presence. Thank you, thank you. And to all of our mommies na nanonood ngayon this afternoon, thank you for tuning in. And again, the fact that you are here is really amazing to me, and I appreciate all of you. And again, this message I'm leaving to all of you. Being a mom doesn't mean you lose your chance of reaching your dreams. Sometimes motherhood becomes a springboard to one's success because of the newfound purpose in life. And that being said, have a lovely Wednesday evening, everyone. And today's winner will be announced later on our page here in the new channel. And abangan ng next episodes. It will be on August 10 because Momspirations is every second and fourth Wednesday of the month. So see you on August 10, mommies. Thank you. Thank you, Mommy Kaye.
Thank you,
Bye.
everyone. Good night. God bless you.